guys, and welcome back to another video here with Angel V Designs. If you are new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. What I'm going to do today is we're going to press some more stuff with this HTVRONT auto press. I have been getting, since I've been posting in my group on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook groups on Facebook, I've been getting a lot of questions and skepticism, if that's a word, about what all this machine can press because the top doesn't seem to go up that far. Okay, so me being me, I'm like, well, let's see what all this machine can do, right? So today what we're going to do is we are going to press these wood letters from Michaels. These are sublimated. I did use lamination paper. I sublimated them with the HTVRONT auto press. Okay, so do wood letters fit? They absolutely do. The next question I had, which was a big one, what about hoodies? All right, no problem. Let's try it. So I did press this hoodie. This is a Gildan heavy blend, extra large hoodie. There's the hood. Came out perfect. Okay, this is just some regular vinyl, but I wanted to show you how you press a hoodie in this machine. Okay, so if you want to see all that stuff, go ahead and stick around. Alright guys, so I am back here and we're going to go ahead and do our letters first. So we're going to be sublimating. These are just some letters that I got from Michaels. I can't remember how much they were. I think they were maybe $4 or $5 per letter. I can't remember exactly. But they're white. They're the ones that hang up on the wall. I'm just going to use some command strips. These are for my son. I'm just going to use some command strips, probably two, one here, to put them on his wall. But we are going to use the Scotch thermal laminating pouches to do that. You only, for me, because I'm only doing 2 letters, I only need 1 pouch. What I'm going to do is open this up like this, and I'm just going to cut it right down the middle, and I can use each side for 1 letter. Okay, I'm going to get some butcher paper here. Just to protect my plate from any, my pad here, I'm sorry, from any ink transfer. Okay, now what I'm going to do is put the letter down, and we're going to put, with these pouches, you have a shiny side and you have a matte side. It's going to be the matte side on top of the letter, the shiny side facing up. Right now, I have this at 350 degrees. I'm just going to go ahead and press this for about 15 seconds. I just want to get it tacked down, and I'm going to do my J as well, and then we're going to crank the heat up. Okay, we got to crank it up to 400 degrees so that we can sublimate. So that's 15 seconds. Okay, and then I'm just going to push this over to the side while I do the J. Same thing, gonna put the J down. It's gonna be matte side on top of the letter, and then we're just gonna press it for about 15 seconds. Oh, you know what? We have to do our hoodie too at 350 degrees. So before I crank the heat up, I need to get my hoodie pressed. I just have to weed out my my design here. Okay, so while I'm weeding this, I have been getting like a lot of questions about the reason why, like, you know, this is the reason why I decided to do this kind of video, was just because there was a lot of questions about how thick, like what's the thickness of materials that you can get underneath this, because this plate doesn't seem to lift up far enough. But so far I have not had any issues with things being able to fit underneath this press. I do believe in the marketing that the company did for this. They put the hoodie to the side, which is where I got the idea to do it, I think. Don't quote me on that. I saw it somewhere. I want to say it was the company's marketing video, but I may be wrong. I can't remember. Or maybe I saw a comment that said it. I can't remember exactly where I saw this information, but if you try to put the hoodie in here with the hood facing this way, then it kind of smashes up against that back part right there, which is why it would seem like it can't fit. But, you know, in my opinion, I feel like a company making a heat press wouldn't have a resolution to a hoodie not fitting when hoodies and t-shirts are like the main products that heat presses are used for. Why would a company put out a heat press and it not be able to press hoodies? I just, you know, to me that didn't make any sense. That makes no sense. There has to be a way to press the hoodie. They have to have a resolution to pressing the hoodie. Because why would they do that? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and remove the butcher paper. I don't need it. Here's the hoodie. This is a Gildan Heavy Blend, extra large. And what you do is you put it down this way. Okay, so the hoodie goes this way. You take your arm and it goes underneath like that. And then you just want to make sure that it's lined up and centered so you can get your design on there. It's my lint roller. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and put my design down. Is that where I'm going to need? No, let me move it down just a hair. There we go. All right, and then we are going to go ahead and press this for 350 degrees at 30 seconds. Okay, so ideally hoodies, they're supposed to go to the side. You can do the shirts to the side as well if it's easier. It really just depends on your preference. If for a t-shirt, my previous video, I did t-shirts where I was standing in front of it and put the top of the shirt going this way. But for hoodies, you're gonna have to do them to the side, which it's really no difference between the top and the side. You're just standing on the side of the press versus standing at in front of it. Okay. And there's our hoodie. Okay, super simple, right? Super easy. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, we're going to crank this up to 400 degrees. I'm going to let it heat up and I'm going to come back and we're going to do our letters, okay? All right, so my heat press is up to 400 degrees now. So we're going to go ahead and do our letters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the laminated side down on top of the image here, and then I'm just going to go ahead and make sure it's taped. And then I'm going to flip it over. Okay. I'm not going to use a piece of butcher paper. Just because I'm trying this thing where I'm not going to use the butcher paper. I don't with these letters, I don't necessarily have a whole lot of bleed when it comes to them. Not as much as when I like do shirts. And I think it has something to do with the polyester fiber, like the actual t-shirt, versus this is a laminated pouch. I see that with the laminated pouch, there's not as much ink transfer. Like when I did use a piece of butcher paper, there was no ink on the butcher paper, versus when I'm doing a t-shirt, there is ink on the butcher paper. So that's why I'm not using a piece of butcher paper for this this specific item. And now it's going to auto open for me, and we're going to go ahead and pull it out. All right, and there's the first letter. I trimmed down the sides, but there's more I have to trim off here. So I'm going to wait for this to cool. Oh, flinging it around. It's hot. So I gotta wait for this to cool off, and then I can trim the rest of the sides down with my X-Acto knife. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the J now. Okay, and the same thing, I'm just going to line this up with the images I have on here. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm gonna go ahead, same thing, put the tape on here. I'm gonna put a extra piece of tape on this one just because it has images on it, whereas the other one, it was just the background. I don't want this to move because I want to make sure those Spider-Man images stay on the J and don't shift. Okay, now same thing, I'm gonna turn it over. And we're going to press. Okay, and then like I said, for the C, I am just going to use my I have a X-Acto knife here, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to, what I like to do is kind of start in the middle, and it's still kind of hot, it's burning my thumb, but just like poke it through like that, and then go around just like that. Okay, that's how I do it to clean up the edges. And it just, you hit a couple snags here and there, but for the most part, if your X-Acto knife is sharp, it just glides pretty much all the way around. See? Hopefully y'all can see and I'm in camera, because I can't really see myself this time. See how clean that is when you use the X-Acto knife? You can use scissors. I mean, whatever works for you. Is just that, like I said, to me, you get a cleaner look when you use the X-Acto knife. So it's really your preference. And it's quicker to me. Okay, so that is all I do to clean it up. So let's take a look at our J. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. All right, and here's the J. Okay, so I'm just going to finish cleaning this up, cleaning up the C while the J is cooling off. But I do want to remind you guys to follow me on social media. Join my Facebook group, Crafty Mamas with an S. I will have everything linked down below. I will have my supplies linked down below as well. But I really just wanted to come on here and kind of do more blanks because, you know, a lot of people were skeptical about, you know, could certain things fit underneath this press because of how much this lid goes up or how much it doesn't go up. So that's why I wanted to do this video, because I wanted to see what works. I mean, I got a free press, so I might as well put it to use, right? And see what all it can and cannot do. But again, in my previous video, I did have my honest review, my honest thoughts on it. And, you know, I've been using it for a couple days now. And, you know, even after using it for a couple days, again, I'm not having any issues with it. I'm not having any issues with it, with pressure, with functionality, with anything. So far, anything I've wanted to do, I've been able to do. I've done glitter vinyl, regular vinyl, sublimation, rhinestones. Here's the seat. Oh, wait, here's a little piece right here. And I haven't had any issues. Hoodie, t-shirt. Here's the C. Ain't that so cute? That's so pretty. Oh, I love that. All right, and here's the J. I just find a spot and I just start outlining it. And if you kind of pull it taut while you're going around, it makes it easier to just glide through. It's just when you get to like the little rounded corners. But like I said, I noticed that if you pull it taut and your X-Acto knife is sharp, it will really just glide right through with no issues. But if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns about this machine, any other, you know, something that I haven't thought of yet to talk about it, to, you know, hey, can your machine do this? Can it do that? Please leave them down below. I'm going to talk about the Kickstart. Okay, a lot of people were confused about the Kickstart program and exactly what it is. So the Kickstart is basically the company trying to get funding for the project prior to it actually being in production. So they start the kick funding with a goal in mind, and they set the goal. I believe their goal was like 50,000 or something equivalent to that. Okay, the last time I checked, it was over 500,000, which means they have more than enough money to back the project. Okay, so production for these presses have already started. Okay, what does that mean? That means that they have started making heat presses. So if you pledge for a reward, which is the reward is the heat press. So if you go on the Kickstarter site, it says you can pledge without reward. You can pledge $10, which is without a reward, which is literally just a $10 donation. You can pledge with the reward. And then they have, I think it was like 2 different packages or something like that. But if you want just the heat press, then you would pledge your $169 for the reward being the heat press. And then when September comes, they start to ship them out. Now, when you pledge your money, they're not going to ask you for a shipping address, because they're going to reach out to you via email. Whatever email you put when you pledge, they're going to reach out to you via email to go ahead and enter your shipping information, as well as pick your color. To my knowledge, this comes in white and mint. That's the only 2 I've seen so far, white and mint. You get to pick your color preference, and then you enter your shipping, and then you have to pay for your shipping once you enter your address, so that it can calculate the correct shipping amount that's needed. You enter your shipping, you pick your color preference, and then you pay for your shipping, and then they send you your press. And this begins in September. Okay? Hopefully that cleared up any questions. Here's the letters. Y'all, these are so cute. But that's all I have for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow me on social media. Join my Facebook group. As always, stay safe. Until next time, guys. Bye.